It's Will's Wisdom and More, Will's Wisdom and More. Da-da-ba-bow. I don't know. Little jingle I was working on. Hey, everybody. My wonderful subscribers, my shooting stars. Welcome to my channel. This is Will's Wisdom and More. The channel that I created with love and appreciation for the beautiful art of tarot and oracle readings. I do, at the moment, weekly readings. I'm working on doing zodiac sign readings and personal readings as well. There's a few examples of personal readings. Anyway, thank you for people who are watching this video right now. I do appreciate it. Again, my name is William. You can call me whatever you'd like. Just don't call me late for dinner. And I'm back again with this week's weekly tarot and oracle reading, and the two decks I'm using, as always, are the Indigo Angel Oracle cards, made by Charles and Doreen Virtue, as well as the Steampunk Tarot Victorian Tarot deck, Liz, Dean, and Bev Sprite. So, we're doing the fun, fantastic 7-card spread reading based on this card's a significator, or the overall theme for the week. We have 7 cards, 1 through 7. This is past, present, future. Best course of action. I'll go over to my book too. My book has the exact definition of what everything means. Then we have our overall tarot message and oracle message from our spirit guides and guardian angels. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. So card number 1, I know for this week we're going to see what issues we'll be dealing with regarding the past. This reading is for the week of, I'm saying it orally so I can remember, the week of Monday the 24th of August through the 30th of August, okay? And can you guys believe August flew by? Summer has gone by. My goodness. So here we go. So we're going to start off with, for the past theme for this week, of the Page of Bees. So the Page of Bees is swords dealing with this in this deck. And there's a little blood stain here. So what I get from the Page of Bees card is this is basically saying there's going to be somebody that comes along who's going to be very sharp, witty, very quick on his feet for thinking, but there might be a price to pay for him to be on your side or him to be your ally. So, and pages, I guess, bring messages forth with them, I guess. And so what it means is that there might be somebody, young person with an air sign, who might come along and kind of have a message with you in terms of, or change your mind in terms of thinking kind of the beginning of the week. Or it could be you if you're an air sign too. There might be some challenges mentally you're kind of dealing with and wanting to take aggressive action on. And that's for Monday. Then Tuesday represents the present, and so where we are is we are with the Major Arcana card number looks like 15, the Devil. Okay, so here's my thing about the Devil card. The Devil card is, I like it now because it can mean a lot of things. Sometimes they say it means a drug addiction, stuff like that, or it can mean feeling trapped or bound by circumstance. Traditionally, for me, whenever I see the Devil card, I think it reminds me of the negative thoughts of what drags us down. Because I really like the hummingbird here with the gears and the chains in the background. And also this is kind of like the horn, symbolic of like, ooh, sacrifice to the devil. But the chains is what I'm most drawn to here. And so what I feel like this is saying is Tuesday, based on Monday's card in this, there might be things that we feel are trapped or bound to or stuck to that we just can't seem to get out of. But this card is really an illusion. You can turn it in reverse because you really aren't bound by any situation or thing. You can break free. It's kind of like the 8 of Swords card, if you will, in reverse. But this is more intense. So whatever you're feeling trapped or bound by, just know that those chains in the background, that's an illusion. All of this is an illusion. You can totally unwind the gears, break those chains, smash that horn, and use this ivy to escape out of this. Sorry about the glare, you guys. But basically escape out of this and get out of the situations you're in, the thinking patterns or whatever that you're in for Tuesday, okay? Now this represents the future, but this is Wednesday. So for Wednesday's card, we have the Queen of Beetles. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was talking about. So based on, before I even get into this card real quick, based on what I'm seeing so far, a little confusion come Monday, feeling really trapped or bound, but we're not. We're freeing ourselves with that ivy there on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we're back into the light again with the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Beetles in this deck. She represents the beauty and luxury in life. She represents being pregnant with practical ideas, It could be someone with an air sign coming into your life to invite you to have fun. So you might be going out with somebody, maybe a friend that's an earth sign or something that's going to bring fun, messages of fun. But this represents also somebody coming to your aid from a female sign or whatever that will help you with money issues or financial issues you might be having. So money's going to be coming in for you come the middle of the week, and it's going to be a very prosperous, happy time for you. Okay? Come Monday, and that's the future outcome. So we have the best course of action, or Thursday's card, as I call it. Come on, cards. And so for Thursday's card, okay, beautiful. So now we've gone from, we're still in the light, because now we're going back into the gears here with the Major Arcana card of the Lovers. Okay. So and the red here in the background I'm drawn to, because unlike the Devil card where it's kind of like negative, evil thinking or bad thing, this is positive. This is love in its simple, truest form. The hat represents you and your mind. This is your heart, obviously, in the background, in time. So you might be going back and forth thinking about times when you loved fully with your heart. The Cherub is like Cupid. He's the blessing. The Lover is associated with Gemini. And it really represents that you need to remember that you had to love again. Spirit's trying to teach you how to remember what it's like to fall in love with not only other people around you or so maybe your crush, but yourself. This is your heart. It's you. And so Spirit is urging you with this hand here to remember what it's like to fall in love with yourself. Show yourself love and appreciation. Okay? And to be able to spring forward. And because there's an old saying, and it's not really old, but it's a saying that says, if you don't love yourself, how the hell can you love somebody else, basically? So you have to first learn to love yourself before you can continue to love other people. And that's what I get for Thursday's card. Okay? So then we get into the weekend cards, and this would be like, I think 5 is the environment around you, 6 is your overall fears or obstacles, and the 7 is the overall result. So we're just going to go ahead and just do it by day. I don't like this so far. So then we jump into the 3 Bs for Friday. Now, which is the 3 of Swords. This card, usually it's the heartache card or the strife card. But what I get with a sense of this, since it's a 3, is that this might be related to the Lover's card where you still have those blocks in your heart. And you're trying to really get over the past heartbreaks. Whether it was a friend that disappointed you or somebody stabbed you in the back recently or in the past, or maybe you got divorced, or some kind of thing happened. So in order to love, you have to really find this issue and tackle it and really conquer it. I don't sense this is like somebody's going to stab you in the back. I feel like this is like dealing with the past issue of being stabbed in the back, of having your heart blocked, because that sword's pointing through the heart there for Friday. Okay. Saturday's card, we have the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor, that's 1, 2, 3 Major Arcana cards. So there's a huge shift here. The background here is like clear with sky. That's what I'm most drawn to, the sky here with that net over it. And now he's associated with the sign of Aries, as you can see there. And there's a phoenix there. So I feel like, and the guy's pointing forward. I feel the Emperor is associated with the planet of Mars and Aries. It's stability, it's strength, it's the father figure. It's like the Empress, but it's more practical and wise and solid and stable. So what I feel like is that in order for you, you're going to find that stability or that clarity there with the sky, again air. Once you deal with this issue of the 3 of Swords and really tackle what's blocking, the blocks that are blocking you, you'll find that stability. You'll be able to come into this sense of stability, like, okay, I am this person, I'm going forward, I've learned my lessons, because he's facing forward. You'll be like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, if you will, being able to soar high again in the sky and be able to open to love and relationships, etc. And then the 7th card is the overall result, but we're just going to go into Sunday. This card, this would be. And then, oh, look at that. So we have the Page of Beetles. This is really cool too, guys. Okay. So, again, I say pages are young people, and they bring messages, of course. This is the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Beetles. And we're back into the light again. And this person is going to be somebody who, or it could be yourself, who really, it heralds a time of money coming in, luck coming in, finances looking up, things looking up, sort of practical sense. So looking back at the week since we started off with the Page, we're kind of in chaos here come the beginning of the week. and kind of feeling trapped and bound by situations and focusing on what we don't have. But once we get past that and know that we're really trapping ourselves or fooling ourselves, we come step into the light again. Okay, where we have a moment of clarity again and practicality. Then we tackle the love issue here. Remember to love ourselves, but we have to learn how to dissolve those blocks that we've come across. Once we do that, then we can go forward again and come into this beautiful light where we're soaring like the phoenix, and we'll ultimately end the week with being back into a full place of light and love, where things are looking up and prosperous and happy, okay? Now, the significant card overall theme is we have the Nine of Swords, and this is perfect, the Nine of Bees. Because again, this is air, and there's another blood sign spot there. So this card with the moon is representing nighttime, and so what the Nine of Swords traditionally represents is anxieties and like loss of sleep over at night. So there might be things overall, and that kind of makes sense beyond the way we're trying to go with this week and going into the next month, because this is the last full week of August if you think about it. Oh my God, I'm not here. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to have a pause there. This is the last week of August, so this is basically saying, for me, and I know a lot of other people, you're trying to make things go forward for August, right? Things go in motion. So this is ultimately saying that basically there might be some issues plaguing you. Okay, the Nine of Bees or Nine of Swords is traditionally shown with a woman lying in bed with her hands in her face and she's crying, or with the swords in the background. So things at night might be keeping you up because these are your worries and concerns. But you could flip this card in reverse with the moon upright, because by the end of the week, whatever issues come up that cause you anxiety, they're going to be dealt with. You're going to tackle them. They'll be resolved. So just know, what I'm feeling to tell you guys honestly for this next week is that Spirit still continues to have our back going in September. That Spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, knows that we are trying to really deal with these issues that come up in terms of our anxiety and wanting stability. That's what I feel like come this last week of August. Okay? Now, moving on, over here we have our overall Tarot and Oracle messages. Okay? So we have the Five of Dragonflies. Okay. Actually, I thought this was in reverse anyway. So the Five of Dragonflies in reverse, by the way, really deals with, it's upright again, it's the, and I love this card, it's Five of Cups. It's not saying it's saying that you're not seeing what's around you, the abundance that's around you. Your cup's spilled over, in other words, and you're crying about it. But in reverse, it's saying that you are able to look past the heartaches, look past issues, and move forward, and see that all is not lost, that you really are making progress. Now, I like that with the anxiety card. And then we have our overall Spirit Guide and Oracle messages. The first card we have is Love Yourself, and this is perfect. This resonates with the Lover's card itself, in a sense that look, we might be feeling down on ourselves because of things that have happened in the past, but we really need to get over that and know that it's time to really show ourselves love. It's time to show ourselves the care and guidance needed to move forward, to know that we are appreciated, we are loved by certain people, and that we are worth it, we're valued, we're loved, we're appreciated. This person doesn't look so sure of herself right here, but really we have to learn how to love ourselves in order to make other things happen. And by the way, the number 4 cards fell, and this 4 is the number of stability. And then look what happens once we learn to love ourselves, then friendships blossom. And this is, I love this card. The friendship card is representing you evaluating your friendships, but so sometimes it can be getting rid of friendships that are no longer serving you, or relationships that are no longer serving you. But what I get a sense from this one is that it's saying you'll learn to see who your true friends are, basically, given the circumstances of what you're going through. People will come out of the woodwork for you that you didn't even expect, and you'll see, maybe you might hear from some of your old friends as well. Okay? Then the other message is trust. Okay, now I've gotten this card before, and I actually really like this card. This card to me goes with the Devil card a little bit, in a sense that this angel here has a staff, and it's kind of like the end of the world here, where there's orange clouds. It looks like kind of like a nuclear blast happened. This man, or this angel here, is urging us to remember that not all the world is bad, and that this ball of light here represents the Pope, symbol of hope. It's kind of like the Pandora's box card, I call it, where even though all these sins are plaguing man, at the bottom of Pandora's box was what? Hope. So this is saying we need to make sure we keep the hope and keep the faith that things are getting better, that people are not all that bad, and that, you know, people have that potential to change. And then the last card that we had was self-care, and this is perfect. This card, for me, really resonates with the Nine of Swords card that we had. We need to make sure that we put ourselves first. And I'm not saying that in a selfish way of like, I'm going to go ahead and go spoil myself and give me some diamonds or something like that. I'm saying put number one first. What is it you really want? What is it that's going to really make you feel better, make you feel more accomplished, make you feel like you're doing things to put your life into order? What is it you want at this point in your life? Where have you been? Where are you going? That kind of thing. And take care of yourself. Make sure you get the proper rest, eat better, whatever you need to do. You know, if you need to drink and have a night of crazy drinking and drugs, fine, go do it. I'm just saying. Or if you need to have a night where you read a book, cuddle up with your snuggle bunny, I don't know. You know, make sure you take care of number one. What is it you need? What is it you're feeling? What is it you want? What, you know, that kind of thing. Your angels will support you and guide you in that endeavor. Now, I forgot to look at the bottom and tops of the deck to see what the other themes were that we were dealing with. And again, it's a beautiful card. I got this on my reading, I think, the other day when I filmed the video. And I did a personal reading myself yesterday. This is Justice. So, Justice is card number, looks like 9. Card number 9, no 11. Excuse me, in the Tarot deck. It's associated with Libra, which is funny because September marks Libra. But this is, Justice is like, okay, so if there's any legal issues that you're having, or any things that you're waiting for as far as that goes, it'll be in your favor. You're able to see both sides of the coin as well. And I feel like since we had the Page of Swords, there's a lot of 3 air cards in our deck. This is saying that all these little air things that come up, like the anxieties of the Page of Swords or the 9 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, they're not that intense, but they are meant there for us to look at what the lessons we need to learn in order to move forward. Okay, and that was at the bottom. And at the top of the deck we had Strength, and this is perfect. This is card number 8. This is, again, I totally forgot the theme for this year, which is number 8. 8 is Strength card. It's personal power. So we are being granted that personal power to really go forward with courage and strength and conviction to tackle any issues that might come up, and to know that we are being guided and strengthened in many different ways at this time in our lives. Okay, this is beautiful. I'm going to go and grab the bottom card and top card of the Oracle deck too. Why not? Since we're on that same level here. Give me 1 second. Should pop right up. Okay, so we had. Let's see. Come on. Sorry, guys. So, so at the bottom of the deck we had Nature, and this is good because this kind of goes with the other Oracle card we have, which is the Trust. This woman's or man is got his wings out. He's stretching out with those thunderbolts, kind of like Zeus. So this is really saying that we need to make sure that we go forward with conviction and connect with nature. You might want to actually get out in nature when we're going on a hike or something like that. But also, I don't really sense. Actually, you know what? I don't really sense it's nature as much as it is more like kind of like the thunderbolts. So this is like us grabbing it by the hand, any issues that come across, grabbing it by the hand and say, no, I'm not going to feel this way anymore because I've already been through this. I'm going to take control, take back my power. That's what I get from this card with Nature. Okay? And at the top of the deck, we had Time to Create. So this is beautiful. And this angel looks like she's kind of painting a picture and gazing at it very intently, like, whoa, what am I going to do next? Should I go here? Should I draw a line there? I don't know. But this is ultimately telling me that it's time to create the future we want and the destiny we want. It's like, or the script, if you want to look at life as a play. We really need to make sure that we start creating, taking the practical, whatever steps needed to make our reality happen. If you want a new place, you can get it. If you want to be married, blah, 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 children, create that future you want and make it happen, okay? I'll draw one more random tarot card, guys, just so I can see what we got, what we're dealing with here. Just a second, I'm going to kind of shuffle it, because that fell out, but give me 1 second, okay? Okay, so the World card is what I got, and this is perfect. So, again, completion, right? But there is an ending going on, and there's a beginning going on. So we are ending things that in our life that no longer serve us, and cutting off chapters and old feelings and emotions that are no longer there, but we're also starting something new. This is the end of the major arcana, the last step in the Fool's journey, where he's matured, he's learned his lessons, his sun is shining, his future is bright, and the angels are guiding him and celebrating his accomplishments with the laurel and the pointing. So this is telling me that we really need to tap into the belief in ourselves, as well as in our spirit guides, the guardian angels, and others around us, that all is not bad, that we are safe, protected, and nurtured in our efforts, okay? And of course, at the top of the deck, we had, what was it? 4 beetles as well. And that's again, dealing with stability. 4 cards have fallen out originally. 4 is the number of stability. 4 is the Emperor card. This is money coming in, things looking up and more prosperous, and us finding our sense of balance. There's 2 and 2. It's a secure balance in our finances and practical actions and things we want and desire that we need. Okay? I'm actually a little bit drained from this reading, so I know I did something. I hit home with somebody. But I just want to thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching this video. You know, I really feel like this next week is going to be intense because, like I said, going to August, it's going to be a really good month, but we are going to September to be a really good month. But before that, we still have much work to do with this last week of August. We have to set ourselves up for success in September. If we want it, it can happen. If we don't, then it's just not going to happen. We can't stand around waiting for the universe to hand us our meal ticket. We have to work hard and go out there and go get it, okay? So thanks guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful day. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you guys soon, okay? Namaste. Bye.